Hey everybody, Ethan here from Mitten Equipment. I got a little personal project for myself here. This is a spare tire mount for my H&H Speedloader trailer. I ended up building this because I wasn't happy with any of the other options out there on the market really. I could have put a spare tire on like a stake pocket mount, and that would have worked, but I wasn't really happy with the idea of like losing one of my stake pockets, and also the fact that once I put that in the stake pocket, the spare tire would hang out further than the outside of the fenders on the trailer, and I already end up getting into some tight spots, so I don't know that I really want to have to worry about potentially catching the spare tire on something. So that was kind of out for that reason, and then also losing a tie down, like I said. So just that wasn't an ideal fit for me. And then the H&H trailer doesn't really have any great place to put a spare tire. My dad has the same exact trailer as I do, just an older version, and you don't have the rub rail and the stake pockets kind of end on the front passenger side of the trailer, I guess. And he has an actual like spare tire mount that's made by H&H, and that's nice because it makes the spare tire about the same width as the fenders, although you don't have any stake pockets there. So the trailer's kind of designed for having that spare tire mount, even though it's an add-on. The H&H spare tire mount that they have for my trailer would be the same issue. I'd be able to keep the stake pocket, but it would be really wide. So it wasn't really set on that, and I didn't want to have to cut my rub rail and stake pockets off of the trailer to put a spare tire there. So anyways, this is what I came up with. It's going to let me put the spare tire underneath the trailer. It is going to be a little bit inconvenient, but the only time it's inconvenient is, when you have a flat tire. So any other time, it won't be inconveniencing me because it'll be under the deck and out of the way. And it's not going to impact the ground clearance of the trailer at all because of the additional framework that is on the trailer for the tilt mechanism. I can't put it on the front of the tongue because I have two toolboxes and then the hydraulic cylinder right in the center, so there's no real place for me to put it there. The only place that I could put it otherwise would be to build a mount that would go on the front of the trailer, like where there's that little guard, but I think this will work better, just an easier situation. And anyways, this is a 1/4-inch plate that I have on the bottom that I designed and machined with 1/4 20 hardware and then 1/2 20 hardware. And I chose the 1/2 20 hardware because this is the same thread as the wheel studs on the trailer. So I'm going to be able to, like in an emergency, I'd be able to use the lug nuts off of this on the trailer, or the trailer lug nuts on this. I don't know why you'd do that, but just in case. But also because it's going to allow me to only have one socket size. So the socket size for the trailer lug nuts is going to be the same as for the spare tire. So that was kind of my reasoning behind that. And then this plate is also threaded, a 1/2 20 thread in these 3 holes that are used. These are not threaded yet because I wasn't going to use them. But this is for a 6-on 5.5 pattern. But also closer to the top here, I have this 1/8-inch plate, and I just put this on here to make sure that these long bolts are still in the appropriate location, because they are 6 inches long, fully threaded, and I needed them fully threaded so that I could get these lock nuts all the way down on it. The only reason I really wanted to thread this was in the case that I try to remove a lug nut. This bolt will not be able to spin even if this nut for some reason comes loose. This bolt head will tighten on the threaded piece of aluminum, and then you'll still be able to remove this. So that was the only reason I really threaded it. Not super necessary, but a precaution more so. And I did use nylocks wherever I could, really. So of course down here, and then I have them up here too, underneath the plate. And I would have been better to flip them upside down, but it's pretty much impossible to thread those on nylock first, so I didn't bother. And then I also have these flange nuts, which I understand they are upside down compared to how you would want them on to appropriately utilize them. The reason I put them like this is to increase the surface area that the spare tire is going to sit on. Kind of overthought, but... And then I have some actual lug nuts to attach the wheel with. So they actually have the lug nut taper. I'm waiting on 2 more. All the rest of this hardware, or all of the hardware on this, is stainless steel, aside from these flange nuts, which are chrome plated, I guess. That's the only thing I couldn't find in stainless. And then I'm not really sure about the washers. These kind of angled washers I found on McMaster. Didn't mean to stumble upon them, but I did. So the reason I got these is because the framing of the trailer is 14 on center, and then they're C-channel, so the C-channel pieces are not completely flat. Once I drill through them, the surface is not completely flat. So we'll see if these work. I was not really like seeking these out. I just came across them, and I thought that would be a good idea to try that, just to straighten things out. So all of this hardware, though, all these quarter 20 bolts, they're on upside down, so they'll be on with the nut on top, and then also these angled washers will be on top. So it's really going to be hanging on the trailer like this. So yep, got the trailer in the garage warming up, and we're going to try to install this today.